Hey bro, can I get a 4080?
Okay. Nah.
Hey bro, this is a 4070 Ti, man.
Oh, sorry. I give you. Nah.
Similan! Hey guys, welcome back to Monster PC. And I want to ask you guys a question actually. Have you guys ever played games? You know, lag the hell out of your heads. You just cannot take it. You want to open your window, take your PC, throw it out. Well, I've been there before as well. I think every gamer has been there, before. But today, you're in the right video because we are going to talk about the new cards, these big boys, the 4080, 4070 Ti. So you got to stay here. So we're going to talk about the differences and whether you, right there, sitting down and watching us, should upgrade your PC or not. So Daniel, what do you think about the whole idea of upgrading to the 40,000 series or 4,000 series?
I mean, if you can afford, then you can upgrade.
So Daniel, so one of the things, right? Of course, you said upgrade lah.
Yeah.
Right. And so when we talk about all of these, performance is one of the factors that people like to talk about. So would you like to share to us about the performance between this generation and maybe the last one?
Okay, let's take the previous generation and compare to this generation. So the 3070 Ti versus the 4070 Ti. All hands down to the 40 series, okay? The 4070 Ti wins all. We must compare the 4070 Ti with the 3090 Ti because they are the same performance. Yeah, but saying that, let's also compare to the 4080 and also the 3080 or 3080 Ti. Of course, the 4080 also win because 4080 also win the 3090 Ti also. But what about the 4070 Ti versus the 4080? That's the question. Which one we should go with?
So one of the things, right? This is what everybody is asking for. I do understand. So 4070 Ti right now, we are gonna give you the comparison that people should have, which is against the 3090 Ti.
Correct.
So what kind of frames are they looking at? What kind of numbers do you have?
Okay, so basically, let's take some of the games, okay, like God of War. Okay, we are talking about 4K native, meaning that we are not going to on the DLSS and also the RTX technology. So it's really native, pure performance. They are about the same. They actually frame rate is around 80. Okay, for gaming at 4K, above 60 is actually pretty good already. Now, and a lot of things, a lot of graphic card now, they are able to hit actually, I think the 40s, 80s can hit around 100 FPS also for some of the 4K games also. That's pretty awesome lah. But saying that, what's so good about the 40 series, like the 4070 Ti and the 4080, watts have came down a lot. Meaning that in the past, 3090 Ti have around, I think 470 watts when you're actually full loading the graphic card. But if you full load a 4070 Ti, it's actually half of the watts, like maybe 270 watts. Yeah, power efficiency is there. It's definitely there, and also you do need such a big power supply. But later on, we'll talk more about the power supply for the 40 series.
Okay. So one, that is a really interesting fact that you shared there, and I think it's pretty cool that a machine much more powerful than the previous version uses lesser power, and in fact, that leads to probably some cost saving factor at the end of the day, right?
The price for the 4070 Ti, let's say we go for the top end streaks, is at 1.6K, around there, 1599. But if you want the cheapest one you can find, is actually Zotac, 1.4, about 1.4K. And we're talking about Sing dollar, not talking about USD, okay? We're talking about local price now. So that's pretty expensive lah, for me lah, to me. Even I spend a lot of money on gaming parts, but I still think that it's really expensive because in the past, 3070 Ti is around 800 to 1000. We don't talk about the period when the mining period and everything. We talk about when retail, okay? Yeah. So that is quite a big steep in price, don't you think?
I mean, I think it is a steep price, but I also believe, you can't go many ways around this. To be honest, it is a steep price. But the only thing I can say, because it is in comparison with the 3090 Ti in performance, that is why maybe the price is, hiked up. I have no idea. It's kind of crazy, to be honest. And I don't know where to go from there. It's a crazy price.
But basically, because I felt that the Nvidia, right, they actually use this kind of marketing strategy. Say that, oh, this is a 3090 Ti. Then I can sell at the 3090 Ti price. That is one of the things that I felt that is I don't quite like this kind of pricing, because in the previous, like all the 1070, 2070, 3070, the price point should be around 800 to 900. Yeah, and now it's from, during the 30s and the 20s, they will increase the price a lot already. And now they're jumping a big jump to 1.3 and 1.6 for the graphic card. So, guys, there's no more so-called budget for you already.
No more such thing as budget PC gaming anymore.
And no such thing as mid-tier budget PC already.
Yeah, I guess it's
the
pretty
4070, 3070 should be around the mid-tier, right?
Yeah, I understand. So now we come to the part where we have to talk about the pros of the 4070 Ti versus the cons of it. So what do you have for us?
So, likewise, all the 4070 Ti or the 4080, all the 40 series if your power supply is not the next gen, you call it ATX 3.0, then you have this dongle over here which is really ugly So basically, you need to plug in the PCIe, 3 of them, and to one dongle, and it's pretty ugly. And second, the next gen power supply are actually more expensive compared to the old gen power supply that normally we use. Yeah, and that will increase, of course, your cost of your full build PC also. Let's say, for example, my PC is using the old and I want a new gen power supply. I need to buy the power supply and also need to buy the graphic card. So that's add-on cost also.
So you cannot recycle over your old ones.
You can recycle, but you need to use this ugly thing, right? It's damn ugly. I don't quite like. So most of my build, I will want a direct connection, so it look more sleek and nicer. Yes, it's just an aesthetic part I feel that, but also some of the power supply, they do have those pins on top that can actually monitor your temperature and voltage. So that's also quite important also.
So I guess all in all, the 4070 Ti triumphs over the 3070 Ti, definitely. And it's even in the comparison, in the bracket with the same league as a 3090 Ti because of its performance and all. And with the price point right now,
it's crazy. But none that's the price point, right? The performance actually is very good. I feel that it's very good. The wattage went down. DSSS 3. You can support DSSS 3, and also ray tracing performance is pretty good. But I think that a lot of users in Singapore that I noticed don't really on the RTX. But RTX is still a very good performance for this card also.
So yeah, definitely I think the 4070 Ti is a huge giant in this game. And would definitely recommend. I think we would recommend people to.
That depends on their budget, right? If you can afford, why not? Right? But a lot of people will not go for 1.5K just for the graphic card, or only 1.3K just for the graphic card actually. But for people that don't want to spend too much, you may want to get an AMD card, the 700 XT, but you will not have those DLSS, RTX. But it's still a good card, but temperature, and somehow when I use AMD card, I noticed that temperature can be a bit of issue also. So I don't know whether the gamers will like it or not. And I think Singapore, rarely people will use AMD cards. Very rare, very rare.
Okay, so now is the question about if you guys are ever going to get the 4000 series.
Yes.
We have the 4080 over here and the 4070 Ti. So which card should people go for And of course, we already did a comparison with the 3000 series, even the 3090 Ti, but still the champion is here, the 4070 Ti.
Yes. But saying that, which one should you go? For me, I will go with the 4070 Ti. I will not go with the 4080 because the performance okay. Don't get me wrong, 4080s right is one of the best card. Okay, performance-wise is I felt, but the value sucks. The value sucks really. Yeah, so 4070 Ti also value sucks because you need to spend 1.5 and 4080 you need to spend around. Okay, we compare streaks to streaks. 2.2.
Wow. Wow.
And the performance difference is not a lot, okay? It's around the same, just that, for example, let's play Red Dead Redemption 2. Okay, the FPS for this is around, okay, we're talking about 4K now, 4K native, 80 FPS, okay? This is the 4080, 90 FPS. So you're spending how much? I mean, just this one game only, I'm not talking about another game, okay? This is one game only.
Yeah.
So you're spending like extra 10 FPS, but you're spending so much money for the upgrade. So I also don't get it why these two cards actually appear also lah. Like very weird, the performance is not a lot, but in the end it's like the price is huge.
The gap is huge.
I don't get it why. Yeah.
I think that's one of the things that kind of amazed the PC community recently with the release of the 4000 series. I think it was something that a lot of people were talking about in Reddit and whatever not, YouTube, etc, whatever you guys go to, and it's something that everybody's trying to talk about. And I think it's one of the questions where people or consumers, people who want to build PCs basically, trying to think of what's a better card to go for in the 4K series. So that is why we are trying to tackle this issue and trying to give you our thoughts about which card you prefer better. But at the end of the day, I think one of the things that we could see a pattern is the price for GPUs now is really high, and I think it's one of the thing is your budget. And you may want the best performance, but it might be a bit a stretch for your wallet. So you might need to settle down for something, a bit more value for your money.
Correct.
At the end of this, do we have a conclusion? Do we think the 4070 Ti is a bit more of a value for people, to gamers out there at least, who try to keep it on a lower budget?
I'll say I recommend 4070 Ti rather than 4080. You save around $500 more just because of that few frame rate, and 4070 Ti is actually quite a good 4K gaming one.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, it's in the ballpark of a 3090 Ti. We're talking about performance, high-end bracket card. It's not like a small card.
Correct.
We are talking about it's 3090 Ti. It was a monster. It was a giant. It overwhelmed the world back then, and 4070 Ti could actually match with it. So I think pretty good card.
Saying that, actually, if those people that can't upgrade their 4070 Ti, they can just get a second-hand card. I think now that's flooded with like for 3080s, 3090 Ti card second-hand. First-hand you can't really find because they already stopped the distribution to Singapore already, from what I heard from the distributor. So the second-hand market is really flooded. You can go and check it out.
Depending on warranty, depending on how comfortable you are on taking a chance on a second-hand.
Yeah, that's also another thing. Because there's a lot of
well.
cards. They are mining cards actually.
Yeah.
So if you want to spend more and get the first-hand card and you want to try 4K gaming, I think 4070 Ti should be a great start actually. I feel that. Yeah. For now, it's a great value because I think a few months later, 4060 will be coming. I don't know.
Yeah, you never know. So well, that is a perfect time to bring you the segue. If you guys want a free consultation at Monster PC, do contact us, WhatsApp, or drop in the DMs. So you can hit up and ask about questions that you need about the 4000 series or whatever you need. Okay, they are probably there to guide you and tell you the best solutions to your needs. Right? So what do you guys think about the 4080 or the 4070 Ti? Do drop in some comments and tell us what you think is better, or what would you recommend to other people or your friends out there. So make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell because the next video is coming, and until then, bye-bye!
Bye.